Safe distancing enforcement officers can enter homes without warrants to check compliance with COVID-19 rules, says URA. There is a huge difference between safe distance enforcement officers and your typical safe distancing ambassadors. Under the name of checking compliance with COVID-19, safe distancing enforcement officer very sucky can enter your homes without warrants. But safety distance ambassadors?
You don't have a badge. Who are you representing?
Safe distance enforcement officer should have a badge, and safe distance ambassadors only have a lanyard. What I'm trying to do here is to create awareness and warn about the possible danger from this. So if Nick,
this is me again, Nick Mikhail,
wants me to remove any of the footage, I will gladly do so. I will try to use as little footage from him as possible, but some of his points are so valid and spot on that I want to do a standing ovation for him.
The parties that came was from URA. A lady called me this afternoon. Straight away the lady told me they didn't come to attack me personally. It wasn't intentional checkup. There were multiple complaints that I had a party.
So on 31st July, authorities received repeated complaints from residents of the estate that some homes, including Mr. Nick Mikhail, were having gatherings of more than the permitted number of visitors. So they responded by deploying a total of at least 6 officers from different agencies to the estate to check for potential infringements of COVID-19 regulations as well as noise. Now, safe distancing enforcement officers are empowered to enter, inspect, and search various premises, including residences, without a warrant to check whether the COVID-19 regulations are being complied with. So now people with ill intent just need to disguise themselves as safe distancing enforcement officer.
I can say that I'm a police.
And they can gain entry to any house they want. Imagine a group of naughty little children with nothing to do, just taking turns to call URA complaining about some estate of noise and suspected breach of COVID-19 rules, even though it could be like a good class bungalow with no neighbors within 500 meters, and the enforcement officers can still enter, inspect, and search the house, right? Just imagine those ill-intent people trying to rob your house, disguised as safe distance enforcement officer.
And have been giving me this thing called the Infectious Act for COVID. The Infectious Act, basically, if someone have COVID and they're in the house and they don't want to come out, or someone is harboring them, it's true that the police or the authorities can rush in the house and take them out or arrest them or bring them away without any warrant, alright? But that is the Infectious Act. I will read to you guys now an act from the URA. An employee or agent or contractor of or person acting on behalf of the authorities shall not enter into a building in actual occupation without the consent of the occupier thereof, or without 6 hours previous notice of such occupier. Let's just say URA come. You have the right to tell them you do not allow them to enter. Alright? If you tell them they cannot enter, they cannot enter. But they can come back 6 hours later because they give you a notice, and then they can come and check. But when they come and check, there is protocol. Alright? So basically, they will come basically with a police to escort them. Simple. Police do not conduct checks on home. So the police was not here to check home. The police was here to escort them. Alright? My argument is, if the police is escorting them and the police on the body camera, the right protocol to do is they can check the house. My wife, being not well, was not in her stable mind, let them in. They should go to room by room, or they should check. Everybody should go. The 4 parties from URA and also the 2 policemen should go. Everybody should go to every single room. But for what you see from the video, it didn't happen. The guy asked for my wife's particulars. He followed my wife to the room. And if you are watching this, Mr. Officer, I was told that you are the most senior there and you were the one leading this operation. How stupid are you? It's a woman in pajamas that is very, very private. She is not well. She told you guys she is not well because she took the injection. How could you enter the room and take the particulars of my wife inside the room with her alone while her wearing pajamas? Are you chicope? Or are you a pervert? Or are you just trying your luck? I'm not accusing you, but as a man, when you do that, this comes to my mind. Alright? After 2 minutes, then one more officer follow. Alright? Then after 1 minute, then a female officer follow. The right way to do is every single URA officer should follow my wife to the room, even the police officers. The second guy who came in, no comment. Maybe your mind is slow, so you come in slow. For the lady in the tudong, I don't understand why you were so busy looking at my frames and my stuff. I don't know whether you're a fan or you just, I won't call you kepo, or maybe you are just excited, or maybe you do not know how your job. A lady in pajamas is not well, is being interviewed, and you let your fellow officer be before alone in the room and you're outside. And the two police officer, I'm not saying our police is not good, right? Our police is so-called one of the best in the world. Our country is very, very safe and very, very peaceful. But you guys are there to escort. You guys were wearing body cameras. And you guys were just standing outside looking at my ball, looking at my cat, looking at some other stuff. That's not the way to work, bro. So basically, if you do not know protocol, you do not know your work, maybe you should go back to the station and tell them to teach you back again, you know? But I feel that you guys, it's not that you guys didn't do a good job. You guys did a good job by escorting those people, but I think you guys didn't follow protocol. And for URA, it's very, very simple. I was advised by my lawyer, this is a gate. You know what URA told me? URA told me, oh, when we saw your house, your gate was open, so we go in. The gate was open because for my car to be parked inside. If I open my gate and you said that if anybody can go in because my gate is open, everybody in this neighborhood will go inside my gate. Are you telling me, URA, that if a gate is open, you can just come in? It's common sense. You come to check on people's house because there was a complaint. Fine, you do your job. And before entering the gate, there was a doorbell. You should press the doorbell. After you press the doorbell, my wife will come out. She will ask you, yes, and you will say you are here to do a check because there's complaint or her party or whatever.